You know, we got to do this Monday motivation part four, y'all. It's been a minute since I did a motion based building motivation video, building with y'all with the motivation building videos. Y'all get the drift, y'all. I got so much on my mind, y'all. Let me say this, right? You're going into the month of May, and this is the time you want to get your peak on with your economy. You want to boost it up more. You know what I'm saying? You want to get out there, get this phone making profits, your vehicle making profits, your online presence is making profits. You connecting with people behind the scenes, coming up with great ideas and making manifest. Something is changing, as Brainwave stated. There's a lot of changes going on in this world, and depending on what state you are in, you know exactly what's going on in that state. And I'm at the point at my life, I want more than what I'm doing. And so should you, as a man, as a lady, especially your family man. You should want more. Not only for you, of course, yet your future generation and your significant other. It's very needed in this day of time. And you should be motivated. We know now, we can honestly say there's only a few people that rock with the platform. And those are the people you want to bring along with you and you want to conversate with as much as possible. Figuring out great ideas how to bring in more revenue. You get what I'm saying? Bringing in more opportunities. You know, I was talking to someone of importance, and the person was telling me the most important thing that I ever did in my life is to make sure that I get my family to see things that I didn't get to see when I was young. And when he said that, it stayed to me to this day because, yo, it's so much to see, even in your own state, right? Wherever you at right now, currently, even in your own state, there's so much to see. And I miss doing that. I do. I miss doing the things that not only brings me joy, I get around more joy for people that's doing it on a regular basis because they put so much work into their craft. And you can have fun at your house. You can have fun in your community, outside of your community, as long as it's not crazy. And there's so much opportunity, y'all. The phone should be making you money. When you talk with people, money should be in the omnipresence of coming up with solutions. Like, man, it's great to have conversations with people, man. That's not only winning, do we come up with ideas? How can we do better than what we're doing right now? What we're doing is great. It's good, yet there's something else missing. And that's why I'm on right now. This motivation, for y'all, man. Some of you, you don't realize you're paying off a lot of debt. You're paying off things. You're starting to become more flexible. And I'm glad to see that, you guys and ladies that's doing that. So that around this time next year, you'll be able to travel multitude of places because now you got rid of things that is no longer on your docket. You get what I'm saying? So all I could say is this, right? Because I know a lot of people is viewing in the clouds. All I could tell you is this, y'all. Push one another when you talk with each other. Push one another. Like push one another to want to do better and to get into what you want to get into. And let the results speak for itself. You get what I'm saying? And I want to thank Forever Studios for supporting the GoFundMe. Shout out to Forever Studios. He supported the GoFundMe. I just seen the alert that I got the GoFundMe. So shout out to him. Because you know I was at the site. And so I got to check it out and I saw it. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know, that's going to be going towards getting this next, gadget. And once I get that, we on to the greater things ahead because, yeah, definitely. Let me see. I want to get to this. I want you to see something real quick, y'all. All right, let's do this real quick. I want you to listen to this. Let's get this video. Let's see if it's still up. But, people take stuff down because they don't get the amount of views, the support, the likes. The question I have for many of you is, what's the most important thing to you right now of becoming successful? What's the most important thing? And the reason why I asked that question is because for me, it's more of getting the transportation and then from there getting involved where I'm supposed to get involved in the most high seas fit, of course, because I know that's what he wants me to do. And then everything goes up from there. Listen, y'all, your vehicle should be making you money. Your phone should be making you money. The people you connected with will come up with ideas to make money together. And that's what's going on. When you link up with other people, you're breaking bread. You're coming up with great ideas how to make money together. You know what I'm saying? So that when you come up with the idea of making money and it manifests, now you can bring other people along the journey that's supporting what you got going on. You can bring them along and put them on to what's going on because they're supporting your business, your opportunities. They want to see you, doing your thing. And another thing I want to say is that I just got a message. Yeah, so another thing is that when you get to that step, right? When you get to that step of winning, you want it to continue to happen on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? You get that it's going to be adjustable time situations you got to get involved in. That's cool. As long as you know, I'm ready to go for the juggler. I'm ready to go all in. You got to be committed to it. You got to be fully committed to it. So, yeah. There's nobody saying anything in the chat. Cool, it's all really good. The chat been quiet lately. I Let me see something. I want to do this real quick. Let's see. See, when you talk about something motivating, you're not going to get that many people engaged into the conversation. You know, let me see. I want to see something. Let's see right now. Let's go to this. I want you to listen to this. I gotta make sure that I got this. I gotta make sure everything's good. You don't want to get to this. You don't want to get to this point in life. Yo, this is where you don't want to be at right now. You know what I'm saying? This is not where you want to be at. I'm gonna let you see it in a second. Hold on, let me get it situated. We're gonna listen to two. Oh, okay. We're gonna listen to a little bit of this, and then we're gonna listen to this. 'Cause I want to hear what these people are saying. This is seriously going on right now. You know, I want to motivate y'all. You know, I don't want you to get to a point in life that you are, you know, basically letting these situations get to you. This is the Bay Area, you know, so you got people in the Bay Area is like living right now with what's going on. So let's hear what they have to say.
Inflation just hit its highest rate in a year. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Producer Price Index was 2.2% over the last 12 months. That measures the change in prices that manufacturers pay to suppliers, and that predicts whether prices will go up for consumers. Tomorrow, the Consumer Price Index for April will be released, which is an even more important measure of the state of inflation.
You guys, groceries are too expensive, and you want to know how I know that? Here's some proof for you. 4 payments. You can split your grocery bill up into 4 payments on Klarna.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on in California. California has seen a mass exodus. The people have removed their support from California. The people with the actual funds are not willing to participate in failure and excuses and entitlement. Those who are doing pretty good for themselves have to pay a chunk of their pay to keep y'all afloat. The question I have for these people is why they don't get together and run something in that state or any other of the northern states. If the population was to put $1, they could actually get everybody to work. They won't do that because I'm gonna tell you what's going on. This is motivation talk. There's a lot of people selfish. Selfishness is showing and it's being exposed. See, when you're not a giver, I learned this a long time ago. Being a giver, you always gonna reciprocate back more. And it's a testimony to that. These people, I have a question for them. Were they selfish? Selfish people do not get no support. Somewhere down the road, you have to be selfish. I'm not saying give your whole check or a lot to where you don't take care of yourself. There's a time and a place for everything, and there's a season to everything. And see, a lot of people wasn't given at important times of their life, and now it's catching up to them. When they need the help, they can't get the help. Why? Because this is a situation. Everybody that thinks that I ain't got to support you, I ain't got to support this, I ain't fine. It's going to be a time when you're going to need the support. And the person is not going to remember you because you didn't win at that particular time. So I want you to pay attention to people that's going through it. You gotta ask yourself this question: why are you going through it? Because you were selfish. Let's go.
That shouldn't even be an option. Groceries should not be so expensive that people have to make payments on them in order to feed their family. Groceries are a necessity. You need them to survive. You need food to survive. So why on earth are they to the price point where there are people in this world that are probably having to make?
I'm telling you, this person was very selfish. Very selfish. Was not giving, was not supporting her friends, was not supporting her man, was not supporting people in the workplace. Just selfish. Want everything to herself. You got a lot of people like that, and the Most High is exposing this. People that are selfish they're gonna go through hardship times economically. This is no doubt about it. This is some serious motivation. You got people out here will not even give you $2, $5, yet they want something from you, and they have not even invested in you like that. Let's go.
Make payments to feed their family. That is insane to me. Absolutely insane. I think that this has been on here for a while, but it just now registered that this was a payment system to me. I just always ignored this. Are you having to put your groceries on payments? I have not yet. I don't ever plan to do that because I don't even know what I would do. Like, that is insane. Oh my goodness. If you are using this option, I pray that you get in a better situation. This world's way too expensive. That is all.
So this cost $85 yesterday at Whole Foods. Take a second to really let that sink in. This 2 years ago probably would have cost $55 at most. Now they tell us that inflation has only been like 4 or 5%, but
the only people that's complaining about inflation is the people that have been selfish. They've been selfish most of their life. They've been selfish most of their life. Selfish people are going to get the brunt of trials and tribulations. And that's real talk. And I'm going to point out some scriptures about this too. Yes, I'm going to point out some scriptures about this. Let's go.
they're not telling us the full extent and the actual truth. They're just trying to not make everyone panic, because then the economy would really go to shit really quick. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. It's going to get a lot worse in terms of the economy. Everything is going to keep getting more expensive, and the value of the dollar.
No, see. You got, individuals who talk like this, they got a broke mentality. People that don't have a broke mentality know what to do. What's up, Forever Studio? Yo, this is all excuse people, man. Yo, all excuse. Yo, people are selfish, man. Yo, I'm gonna teach y'all something I learned a long time ago. People who are very selfish, they're the ones who's complaining about the inflation. People that is selfish is the ones complaining about inflation, complaining about America, complaining about the tariffs. Because you're selfish. You're not a giver. You don't help people, put them on to serious money. You just keep that information to yourself. All the selfishness is causing a lot of men and some of you women, because you're not being honest. The people that give, because I'm gonna show you what happened in the scriptures. We're gonna get the scriptures. The scriptures back up everything I say. The people that didn't want to do the right thing, something happened to them. We're going to get the scriptures. We're just going to play 2 different scenario videos. Then we're going to get the scriptures. This is motivation time, because I'm going to tell you something. You wonder why a lot of you got to ask yourself this question as a man, as a woman. Why the Most High really not dealing with you? Have you give? Have you repented? Have you owned up to your own mistakes, your own sins? No. These are selfish people. These are selfish, spoiled people. People that have been spoiled are now dealing with the effects. If you've been doing right by the people, for the people, yourself, and you had a serious conversation with the Most High, you change your ways, you will not lack funds, you will not lack opportunities, and everything you touch will be great. It's just a lot of people selfish. Let's go.
It's going to go down at the same time.
This is what I'm struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely...
Listen to what she say. Hold on, let's go back to her. Oh, she got a mouthful to talk. Let's see what her mouthful is.
Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500.
What man have you done wrong to? That's the first question I have for you. What man have you done wrong to? You probably had a man in your age bracket. You didn't give him the full time of day. You was being selfish. You took his money and didn't do nothing with it. You didn't invest properly. And so now you crying out here. Listen, nobody gonna feel sorry for you, young lady. I did a lot of young men wrong. Probably dealt with a brother too, because you got that attitude dealing with a ninja. And you gave that ninja the best time of your life. And the guy that was on point, whether it's your culture or another ethnicity, you push him to the side because he's boring. I'm here to tell you, ladies, the boring dudes are the ones who's doing very well. The boring dudes that is not living a thug life and seeking attention is the ones with the funds. All these dudes that's talking gangster or down with these religious groups, they broke. They all broke. Financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Guys that's boring, you dang boring, because they may go to a farm, they may go out to, the beach. You might consider that boring. Them guys is the ones with the money because they moving right. The guy that is want to be tough and want to go to war, they broke. Broke people talk about war. Broke people talk about stuff you talking about. That's who you're around. You know what I'm saying? That's who you hang out with. That's who you talk with. You ain't gonna get a man of means with that mouth and making complaints. No man wanna hear that. Let's go.
Bullshit. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's gonna get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels...
Oh yeah, you see, you got a ninja. You don't prove my point. You got a ninja.
Feels like we're working our asses out for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better...
I know about the shirt, so don't get started. I see the shirt. It is what it is. That's what she's into. That's what she's into. I'm just dealing with her topic.
Better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now. If you can relate to this, if you have any advice, please comment. And
listen, the planes, all of you people that's complaining about America, the planes are already available to you. You can get on Spirit, If you ain't got the funds to get on Delta or American Airlines or JetBlue, what's the other one? British Airways. Spirit Airlines is going overseas too. You get on Spirit. Get on Southwest. Well, Southwest don't go overseas. It goes overseas. Not the point is, you get what I'm saying. Nobody's stopping y'all from leaving America. I mean, this is crazy, man. This is entitled, selfish people we listening to. Let's go.
And let me know. It's ridiculous.
Should I switch to Monday CRM?
Hold on.
Updating this.
Posting their past grocery orders from a couple years ago and comparing it to now and looking at the inflation rate, this shit is crazy. Read this shit. My husband and I were talking last night about how a 12-pack of drinks is now $9 and how in 2020 I used to buy them 4 for $10. I decided to go back into my Walmart app and see what I was paying for a random grocery order. In January of 2020, I paid $70.20 for 30 items. I added all of them into the cart again and repurchased them today.
That's because a lot of places is closing down. Thanks to the people that's been taking from these stores and these objects, taking and stealing and stealing and stealing and stealing. So a lot of places have to get their money back from people stealing. Theft. You're not looking at the real situation. People are stealing nowadays. And so who has to pay for that? You, the buyer. You have to pay for that. They got to get their money back some way, somehow. If y'all will be serious about getting these ninjas locked up and let them work the labor for their sin that they committed. That's right, I'm saying it. You're going to have these FBAs and these Hebrew Israelites, these prejudice groups saying, I'm a Sambo, I'm a Coon, I'm a Uncle Tom. They shouldn't work. They shouldn't go to prison to work for the penny on the dollar, Rollo. Well, they stole from the people. Why do you think prices is up? Let's go.
Hey, those 30 items were $165.42. That is a $95.22 price increase in 4 years time. That's a 135.6% inflation percentage. We can't go on living like this. I can't be the only one who feels this way. You know,
I got a question for everybody in the chat. Are you feeling the pinch? Are you feeling the pinch? Anybody in the chat, are you feeling the pinch? Yes or no? Are you feeling the pinch to whereas groceries is getting on your nerves? If groceries is getting on your nerves, that means that you have to figure out what's going on in your particular society. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these things is going up because people are leaving particular states and prices have to go up for the loss of people. That's a lot of money, especially if you're making high figure. So if more high figure people leave and all you got is regular folks under $100,000, that's not going to sustain the government. That's not going to sustain the bridges, the buses, and everything. You got to have a balanced society, y'all. It has to be a balanced society. And see, a lot of y'all are selfish. A lot of you men, a lot of you women are selfish. You have a selfish, even people in other countries are selfish. That's why they don't get far in life, because they selfish. Many of you that, let me explain something to y'all. Many of you that's doing very well in your life, that's because you're not selfish. You're not selfish. You've been given all your life. You've been moving right by the Most High. He has given you abundantly of health, of wealth, opportunities to make money. He has got you to where you don't have to do hard labor. And all you got to do is talk and tell the truth, and you get provided services from other people. Then your YouTube gets you what you're supposed to get, and you figure out and finagle your way into other avenues to keep the money flowing, where you get to a point in life that you don't even have to talk about money. It's coming to you fluently. See, these people talk about money because they broke. The more they talk about money, the more broke they are. That's a fact. Whenever you see people that's rich talk about money, you know what they talk about? What's the next thing can I own? What's the next thing I can own? All right, okay, I got a few cars. I got a couple of homes. I may have a lady, or I may not be with a lady, or you ladies that's doing pretty good for yourself. I may not have a man yet. I got all this stuff around me. Okay, what's my next goal? You know what I'm saying? What's my next goal? You know? If you at a certain age and you still talking about this, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because showing prices to your TikTokers, that's not good. That's embarrassing. Oh, this is $70. Oh, this is $80. People with money got their own problems too. Yet, not on this. This is, oh my gosh, man. Excuse after excuse. Why don't all these TikTokers get together and buy TikTok? Uh-oh. Why don't all these TikTokers that's doing pretty good for themselves, why they don't put their money together and get something similar? Because they selfish. They selfish. Selfish people always gonna complain. Let's go.
You know what? No, you're not the only one. Matter of fact, I ordered some shit from Walmart the other day and spent $100. Let me show you what I got. Now, I probably should have laid everything out so y'all could see it, but as you can see, it's really not that much. All that shit cost me $113 at Walmart, of all places.
All right, can we talk about how wild grocery shopping has gotten? Because I swear, it feels like you can't walk into a store without spending $100 and still leave hungry. Basic stuff. Eggs, bread, milk, produce. It's all double what it used to.
You better start checking these ladies' cabinet, fellas. You better listen. Before you do anything with this lady, make sure you check her cabinet. Check her bathroom. Because if she don't have wipes, she don't have water, she don't have certain things for herself, I wouldn't mess with it. I'll be honest. I say, hey, it's nice meeting you. I got some other things to take care of because, man, a lot of these bras, they be looking good and they carrying debt. I mean, high debt, y'all. And you as a man, you don't want to get yourself into that. Now, some men, they have, got with a woman, she was in high debt, and they bailed her out and they still together. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, man, it's that worth a risk in 2025. Because there ain't no woman, unless she don't really care, want to bail your debt behind self out. You know what I'm saying? Some women will do that. However, do you want to get yourself in a situation like that? So let's continue.
To be. And don't even think about getting anything extra like snacks, juice, or meat. Suddenly you're broke and all you've got is a sad little bag of groceries. It's not just frustrating, it's scary. People are working full-time and still can't afford to eat properly. Families are budgeting down to the last cent, skipping meals, or switching to cheap, unhealthy food just to get by.
All right, let's hear what she has to say. Let's hear what these brokies have to say.
How are y'all making it? No, literally, how are y'all making it? Because, little backstory, I decided back in January that I was going to monetize on this app. Every dollar I made, no matter how big, how small, was going to go to a savings account, and that was going to be money for a down payment on our house. Because if you don't know, me, my husband, and our 2 kids are living with my parents. Spoiler alert, that's not happening. We're having to take that money I'm making and use it to get by until the next week, on top of my husband's income. My husband's making the most money he's ever made, and this is the brokest we've ever been. Make it make sense.
Oh my goodness. She says her husband's making a lot of money and this is the brokest because y'all being selfish. Y'all being selfish. If this is true. If your husband's making a lot of money, how's y'all broke? Because you're being selfish and y'all not only living among your means, because that's definitely the case. You're fronting in front of people that don't care about your situation. See, that's why I only talk with people that's winning, because I'm winning. I don't talk to everybody. You got to get to a point in your life, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever the case may be. You got to get into a point in your life that you got to separate yourself from people who make excuses. You got to separate yourself from people that's making excuses. Like me, I'm at the point in my life, I'm 46. I should be not only a millionaire, a lot of people in my age group supposed to be, if not that, close to it, because of the way we move. That's why when we get together, you're going to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you fellas and ladies. I'm basically concentrating on what I'm talking about. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to the show. Like the video. Y'all know how to get my attention if you want to get my attention, because I got 2 videos I need to do, and then we're going to get to the scriptures. So I appreciate you fellas and ladies for tuning in. No disrespect. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the members. Shout out to those in the chat room. You know, as of late, you know, I've been concentrating on getting through these videos and stuff like that. And so if y'all hit the Cash App, y'all hit the Super Chat, or y'all hit the Vimo, that's when I'll stop. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to keep it moving, y'all. I've been up since what, 5? I got a lot of stuff on my mind right now. You know what I'm saying? With Anana and all this other stuff going on. You know, about to link up with Brainwave's wife. You know, other people may be there unless they got something else going on. I don't know. The point is, I'm making the sacrifices for the right reasons. I'm not making no excuses. And so we're breaking down these people making excuses. And I'm like, yo, if these people get together and put $1 on TikTok or on, you know, certain avenues, there's no way, if I'm with a woman and we both bringing in money, that I'm going to be struggling. There's no way. That's why I tell you guys that if you get with a woman and she's on point. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. All right, can y'all hear me good? So, yeah, I had to take that call. Listen, right? If I'm in a relationship with a woman and she's bringing in revenue for the time being, I'm bringing in revenue for the time being, there's no way we're supposed to be struggling. We will deal with things right then and there. Whatever situations or facts we have, we'll figure it out and we will get it done. We will not come online and talk about it because that's not going to help. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. They're going to look at the situation. You got a vehicle. That's another thing. You got a vehicle. You and your man got a vehicle. There's no excuse. This should be, listen, there's different ways to make money with your phone, You could get on the app for the time being. You know what it is? A lot of these people don't want to. They want the serious money they're not ready for. They are not ready for the serious money. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for this serious money because it's right in front of them and they don't know what to do. And this is the reason why they just leave America. If America is so bad, nobody's stopping you from leaving America. This is the greatest time to be in America. This is the greatest time, 2025. See, unlike them, I don't have a vehicle. And right now, honestly speaking, I don't make that much on YouTube. Yet I still do content, even though I know I don't make that much on YouTube. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, because I'm not making money on YouTube, I'm done. No, I'm gonna still make content. At the same time, I'm gonna find other ways to make income. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I was making serious money on the internet, then I'll be on the internet a lot more. Yet when I got responsibilities, I'm not gonna go online and say America got me buying expensive food, I can't afford it. No, I'm gonna figure out a way so that I don't need to come online and complain to my audience. That's a turnoff. We all go through situations. We all go through hardships. At the same time, I'm not gonna come to my audience and complain when they got their own situation going on. So if you're on TikTok, it's not doing well, okay, you and your man should figure out skits. People love skits. Skits will get you money. Even if you're not into that, do it. What's stopping? Listen, why do you think I'm getting into skits? Because skits gonna bring in me more revenue. The shorts community, I'm very good with acting. I was a C-lister. I know how to do comedic, make people laugh. I know how to be serious. I know how to engage. These people wasting time. They complain. See, doom and gloom, you may get views from people. They're not going to support that. We know various content creators talk about doing doom and gloom. They'll get the views. They'll get a small size check. They're not going to get a big check. I'm going to tell you what gives you the big check on YouTube. Skits, talking about money, and travel. Not the ghetto travel, like travel. That's going to give you the money. Going back and forth with people, calling people out, you get support if the audience is into that. Yet, you'd be surprised, man. When you get into other ventures, man, your money be coming in like crazy. And another thing is, I got to do more videos. I got to do more pre-recorded videos. And the more pre-recorded, the thing is, I don't have time for that. Why? Because I have to make money outside of. Y'all don't realize, if I was making a certain good amount of money on YouTube, I'd be doing a lot of pre-recorded videos. I already have the equipment. I just got to get my transportation game up. I got to step my numbers up, y'all. I got to step my numbers up when it comes to that transportation, because that's what's holding me back from with the serious money coming in. Because once I get the transportation, this channel is going to go up. Why? Because I'm going to be on the road more. I'm going to be going to different places. People love seeing me going to different sightseeing. I notice I get a lot more views with the pre-record. People be into it. Even if I don't say nothing, I may talk a few minutes. People are starting to get equipped. They love those, especially the shorts. I know a lot of you love the shorts. My shorts be off the chain, especially when I be at certain locations. Y'all like, dang, Rollo moving around. Yeah. So I got to get that my transportation game up. That's on me. That's why I gotta find something else to do work-wise. You know what I'm saying? If this YouTube thing goes to where it's supposed to, then I'll be on here more. I'll be doing more pre-recorded videos, more shorts. You know what I'm saying? Because I love being on YouTube. I do. At the same time, I got responsibilities just like everybody else. If these people would get together and put money together, they wouldn't have to worry about these bills. They don't want to get together because they're selfish. People are selfish out here. Let's go.
I'm not a bougie bitch. I might get my lashes done, but my friends do my hair. I don't get my nails done. Like, I'm really not that high maintenance. We try to live within our means. We truly do. It's like no matter how much you don't go out to eat, no matter how much you don't spend money, you're still gonna be broke. Why? Because that is the world that we live in. So I know I'm not as educated as I should be when it comes to voting. All I know is that shit was a lot better 4 years ago. I could afford to breathe and I had my own house. Right now,
If you got your own place, then what are you complaining about? You and your man got your own place. Yo, man, these people are doing, they just faking the funk, man. I'm just saying they just want to, yo, you got people out here be faking the funk with their situation, man.
nobody can afford housing. Nobody can afford food. And if you can, congratulations.
Okay, y'all, I might be an unk for real because since when is cereal $8 a box? What the hell? And the box looks smaller than it ever was. Let me find out. Not only are they inflating prices, but they're making the boxes smaller. Like, I don't know because, you know, I wasn't paying for shit, but I'm almost positive that cereal was...
Shout out to everybody viewing. Shout out to everybody viewing. Shout out to all the supporters that's in the building. Shout out to the fellas and ladies. I'm just concentrating, y'all. I'm just keeping it real with my audience. I see the mods, the members. I appreciate your viewing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just concentrating on content. If y'all want to get my attention, y'all know how to get my attention. Let's continue.
Never almost $10 a box for a little ass box. Like, am I tripping? Gee, am I tripping? Has cereal always been this high? Is it just I was a broke best friend?
Oh, yo, they paying these people, man. I'm telling you, they paying these people to make you feel sad, man. They paying these people to make you feel sad about your life, man. This is crazy, man. They got these people out here pushing out this agenda, man. They getting paid to push out this false narrative that America is broken. That we're gonna be into we're not gonna have anything next year, all this other nonsense, man. This is all fear tactics. They're getting paid to push fear, man. Because when they go home, they're going home to a nice area. They're going home to a nice area and they come in here looking bummy on TikTok, yet in real time, they're not bummy, y'all. They're not bummy. They making a lot of money off of your depression, if you depressed. Let's go.
I don't know. I never paid for it.
I don't be eating cereal no more. I literally was just gonna grab a box because, you know, nostalgia, but... Okay, he acting like it's normal. Maybe I'm just broke as shit. As a matter of fact, I know he lying because the way me and my sister used to go through cereal, if my mom was paying $10 per box, she would have been whipping our ass. I don't know what's going on, but they need to fix it ASAP.
Having a job and still being broke gotta be like the top 2 worst feelings in the fucking world. Cause it's like I'm working, but where the fuck is my money? Like,
oh man, yo, I'm seeing everybody in their car, right? Everybody that's complaining is in their car, or they in some broken down house, right? Y'all notice that, right? And these are not cheap cars they in. These are not cheap cars they in. You know what I'm saying? I'm very good of cars. Some of them got Teslas, Hondas, BMWs, Mercedes. They pushing nice whips, yet they telling you that they struggling. No, they selfish. They selfish. And selfish people gonna be exposed for not putting other people on. They're not even supporting other people, man. You got a lot of selfish people out here and they wonder why they stuck where they at. Let's go.
I am so over this. I was just at Whole Foods trying to get scallops. 20.
a count of 20 scallops. Please tell me, pause this video, how much do you think it was? How much? Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I really want some scallops. There was really only like 2 options. And
you got a lot of dudes hitting her Cash App and Venmo and what's the other thing? You got a lot of men and some women. They hit up her Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or whatever thing they got with TikTok. I'm telling you, man, yo, I see women like this all the time. They play broke and they're not really broke, man. It's no way this woman broke. I'm not, yo, man. Yo, these people could fool the masses that want to be fooled. They ain't fooling me. This would be the same woman that could get into a top bar or a top club and living pretty good and come on camera and lie. Yo, you got to watch out for these deceiving entities out here, man. Let's go.
And one of the options, it was a count of 20 to 30. And it was legitimately $37, I think. And I was just like, 20 to 30 scallops. They weren't even that big. They were probably like this big, frozen, which means they'll probably be this big cooked. So if you know, you know. And I'm like, okay, let me like give it a try. So I put it in my cart. I get to check.
All she got to do is put on a nice lingerie, sit on her TikTok or Instagram and say, if a guy wants my attention, give me $1,000. They'll give her $1,000. They'll give her $1,000 immediately. Before she even finished her sentence, she already got in her Cash App. So she just want to play broke. She's not broke. Let's go.
Check out, and I look down, and it's $48. $48 for 20 to 30.
If America this bad, then why you in a nice whip? Why you in a nice $70,000 whip? If America is so bad, why you in a nice whip? You're in a $70,000 car right now, woman. Somebody else is paying for your services and your engine and your maintenance fee and all this other nonsense. You ain't paying nothing. You just talking to get more men to feel sorry for you so you can run up the numbers. Yo, man, these people, man, people in the truth don't get that much support, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I've been breaking down the truth. If I was to lie, I'm not gonna cap. If I was to lie, these entities would have been pouring. I'm not talking about y'all in the truth that support my platform. These entities would have been pouring. I would have had a lot of reds. I would have had a lot of red super chats if I go along with the scenario. If I agree with her, my Cash App will be ringing heavy right now. I would have met my goal from GoFundMe already. Yet because I'm breaking down the truth economically, I'll be surprised if I get a few support. That's how I know, man, that people don't want to hear the truth as much as they say they do, with the exceptions. There's exceptions. Yet the majority of people, they're not coming here to listen to the truth. Why my lights is low? Because they don't want this video to get out. If I was to send for her, I have dudes be sending me Cash App. If I was to say, let me holler at her. Hey, y'all want me to holler at her? Put $2,000 in my Cash App. They would have put $2,000 in my Cash App, man. I'm telling you, man, people love to be corrupted by these deities. I mean, she living better than most people that's going through it right now. Let's go.
Scallops that I won't even consider big. Like, once they're cooked, they're going to be average sized scallops. What in the actual fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Please comment below. What's the most ridiculous price you've seen lately? Because I need to know.
Hey, Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. I'm a huge fan. Hey, what is your #1 tip?
So long, and this is why. Bro, we are literally living in hell. Chuck short ribs, $22. Bottom round steak, $14, $17. Chuck boneless, $13, $17. Okay,
some ribs. Cube steak, $10.29. Pot roast, $28.86. Okay, bottom round, $15.92. Now, mind you, I am in Publix, right? But I went to Fresco, which is the cheap supermarket in the hood, and the prices were the same.
Of course, the price is going to be the same in the hood. What, you expect it to be cheaper? Yo, let me tell you something. People that's worrying about prices, what this tells me is they selfish. If you worrying about prices, you selfish. Straight up the box. If you worrying about prices, you is a selfish piece of ish. Then go move to another country where they paying people $10 a month, $20 a month, $100 a month. If you want that type of situation, then pack your behind out of America. Take the plane to these other places, man. I'm tired of all you complainers, man. I'm tired of all of y'all. Like, let the people that's really, let me have the great headache you have. Let me have the great headache you have. Let me show you how it's done. Because a lot of people ain't ready for that great headache. Man, yo, when I talk to people with serious money, the only thing they think about is what's the next property they could get. What opportunities they could bring to people that's serious about making money. That's it, man. I want to have good problems. I don't want to be around these type of people, man. And I had to check myself yesterday. I had to check my own self. I was like, man, I don't want to go see the movie. And the Most High had to say, you worrying about money, Rollo? You worrying about spending money taking a Lyft or Uber to the, whatchamacallit, to the theaters? I had to check myself. I said, what the hell is wrong with me? And I was talking to a brother about it, man. I had to check myself. And the brother know who he is, man. I apologize to him because I was complaining about going to the movie theater, man. So I had to check my own self, man. That's not good. Rollo, I was like, man, I said, man, you know what? I'm going to take the risk, man. And I'm glad I did. I had a good time, and I maybe potentially connect with these people, who knows, that I saw at the movie theater. So if my behind would have sat and not gone, then I'll miss out on my opportunity. That's why I get on myself, man. Yet to hear this, man, we got to check us. Sometimes we got to check ourselves at the door. Some of us be afraid to be spending, man. Some of us be afraid to be spending. And I had to check myself. I said, oh my goodness. I'm afraid to spend. That fear, that time of fear, I was so afraid, y'all, to spend money yesterday on a movie. And I said, I said, no, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not good, man. We're not supposed to be afraid to support. We're not supposed to be afraid to spend, because you will always get it back. I got myself caught up in that, man. I said, because of that tax situation, it got to me, man. Paying this high tax I gotta pay. Because I really wanted to get the car. Yet when that tax thing came, they got the money. The IRS got to get their cut. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, man. I was pissed, man. I was pissed. I was ready to get my vehicle. And then IRS took the money. You can't say nothing about that. I owe. It is what it is, man. That's why I'm glad I'm out of New York. I don't got to be dealing with that nonsense no more. Dealing with New York taxes. I got tired of that, man. Paying for other people that don't want to provide great services. Anyway, let's go.
Beef shoulder for pot roast, $37, okay? $28 for thinly sliced ribeye. T-bone steak, $22.43. I think that's okay. Tell me if I'm wrong. New York strip, 2 New York strips, $30.95. Like, is beef?
Woman, you can get in your vehicle, put on a goddamn app, DoorDash app, and make your $40 in 2 hours. For crying out loud, if I'm hungry and I got a freaking car, let me tell you something, man. I'm cut from a different cloth. If I'm hungry, ain't nobody supporting me. I'm hungry. Oh, shout out. Speaking about Cash App, I got Rizza Yisraela. Rizza Yisraela, thank you for the Cash App earlier. She sent me a Cash App earlier. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that support. Shout out to Rizza Yisraela from Florida. Now I just, came to my mind. She sent me a Cash App earlier today, this AM. Anyway, if I'm hungry and I don't got no money, I'm getting in that freaking car and I'm going to make that 2 hours. I'm going to make that $40 in 2 hours on DoorDash and get that money the same thing, cash out and get my freaking food and make my food, man. I don't want to hear no excuses. If you got a car and you on your last dollar, get in that car. Stop being, I don't want to do DoorDash. I don't want to do Lyft. I don't want to do Uber. Then starve. Starve. Yeah, I said it. Starve. A lot of you are too prideful. And even though I go through my stuff, I will get in the vehicle or rent a vehicle, which costs a lot, get that money back, put my 12, 13 hours to get my money back and have some money for food for that night and figure it out the next day. Than to be going online with this doom and gloom nonsense. I guess the Sims ain't giving you no money no more, huh? The dudes ain't checking for you no more? Because a lot of men is tired of women complaining, just like women is tired of men complaining. Now you got a lot more men of means is tired of hearing women's complaint. We don't want to hear it no more. It is what it is. Let's go.
Beef a luxury now? Is eating the meat of the cow a luxury now? Eating cow meat is a luxury in America in 2025. Even look at this ground beef. $12.05, okay, $11.29 for literally 1 pound. This, as a solo person, I could probably make three servings out of that. The ground chuck is a little bit cheaper, but it's a little also more fatty, as you can see. They got
Yo, these people complaining all day. All right, let's get to the next situation. Then we're gonna get to the scriptures. Let me get this. Let me see if I find it. Oh gosh. I messed up. I really messed up, didn't I? Sure did. I sure did messed up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me stop playing. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. What's going on? What happened here? I don't know what's going on, y'all. Oh my goodness. Why is this thing showing? Yo, this is wild, man. I don't know what's going on with my thing, y'all. Hold on. Yo, why does this keep showing? I don't need this. All right, let me find the thing first, because I'm getting ticked off with this restream right now. Now it's ticking me off. I saw something I want to play. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's get to this right here. All right, we got another one. All right, let me get this thing set up right now. Okay. Finally. This is crazy. All right, let's go.
So then you need to rent. And the rental prices are so beyond astronomical because you're paying for someone's mortgage.
Despite laws that are supposed to prevent rental price increases exceeding 10%, some property owners seem to be exploiting people's desperation, and they're now advertising rental prices that have jumped from $4,300 a month to $44,000.
As you've all seen by looking at your phone.
What place is $44,000 a month? I want to know what place is $44,000 a month.
And looking at the market, it's really expensive. So according to Zillow, from 2020 to 2024, the monthly mortgage payment on a typical home in the US nearly doubled. Gulp. Oh my gosh, and that's just over 4 years.
So I just got denied for an apartment. I have to move out of my beautiful, big ass, 2-bedroom apartment with a foyer.
So you have to move out your 2-bedroom apartment with a foyer and a separate kitchen and windows in every room? Okay, what's going on, lady?
Yeah, in a separate kitchen and windows in every room. We're not gonna talk about it. Just got denied for an apartment because with me and my friend who are gonna be moving in together, her credit score is not high enough for us to qualify together, but my income is not high enough for me to qualify on my own. Although I have a 740 credit score, I have savings, and I make 30 times the rent. But because I don't make 40 times the rent on my own, although we make more than 40 times the rent together, we don't qualify. We don't.
I want to know what state she in. I really want to know what state she in and why I don't qualify. It's more to it. Now, it's some truth that if your credit is very low, they could deny you. They could definitely deny you. So I'm interested to know what state she in. You know what I'm saying? Or was you responsible for the place you currently stayed at? Why would they kick you out if you and your roommate was doing well? There's something that you did in the claw that you was not supposed to do. And they're not going to tell you that. You have to figure out what it is, young lady.
You don't deserve to have a home according.
Oh, you in New York City. Oh, now I just seen that part. Oh, that makes sense now. Oh, New York City. You in Ibarasi, New York City. Yeah. I didn't pay attention to that until now. Okay.
To New York City real estate. And I'm just like, I don't understand, because it's like, so credit is powerful enough to make you a poor applicant when it's not good, but it's not powerful enough to make you a good applicant when it's good?
Yeah, you got a guy in New York. Your credit is too powerful. They don't want they want you with bad credit and they want you to depend on them. No, you too good for them. Yeah, take your money elsewhere, young lady. You and your friend, now it's starting to make sense. If you're doing good, they don't want you to do good in New York. You should have got the memo. I'm surprised nobody told you that. For those who live in New York City, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You start doing good, they're going to want to give you problems. Let's go.
If you or someone you know is looking to rent an apartment anytime soon in the United States of America, good luck. Because it sucks. It's horrible.
All right, so we're gonna stop it right there. Let's get to the scriptures. All right, let's get to the scriptures. Oh, I don't know why this is showing. I don't know why that's showing. There's nothing I can do about this. I'm gonna have to do something different then. Let's see. I'm gonna have to put myself. There we go. I'm gonna do it like that. Let me move this. Let's get to the scriptures. Appreciate everybody for tuning into the show. Thank y'all for liking the video. Appreciate that. For those who came and left, thank y'all for participating. I appreciate that. Let's get to the scriptures. Let's do this real quick. Let's get to it. All right. Let's get to it right now. All right. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is switch it up. All right. I got the scriptures ready. Let's get down to it. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee and nor forsake thee. Exactly. Let's go to, this is the wicked, right? This is the wicked. Ecclesiastes 5:10. He that loves silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that love abundance with increase. This is also vanity. Yeah, because a lot of these people got many things, they're not using it for good use. You know? Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. That's right. But he that gathereth by labor shall increase. See, they don't want to put in the work. Let me read that again. You want to get it the easy route, right? This is what's going to happen. Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. All right? Now let's go. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Well, we know that's going on a lot. People want to depend on the rulers to provide the services for them, and they're going to be owing and owing and owing and owing, and somebody of their lineage is going to have to pay for their debt. Let's go to it. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. That's right. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. And that's what's going on. What Brainwaves talk about, the transformation, the change. It's coming to us. This is why I talk to y'all about. This is powerful. Let's get this up. Proverbs 22:1. This is the Most High's doing. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and love and favor rather than silver and gold. A good name is your currency, y'all. Your name is your currency. So this is the book of Proverbs 22:1. It says a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and love and favor rather than silver and gold. Yeah, your name is your currency, y'all. Let's go to verse 2. It says, the rich and poor meet together. The Lord is maker of them all. Ooh. We got to read verse 1 again with the currency name. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and love and favor rather than silver and gold. Why is that? Because your name is your board, your currency. All right? Verse 22:2. The rich and poor meet together, which is facts. The Lord is maker of them all. The Lord is the maker of them all. Let's go. Verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hidden himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Ooh. Let's go to verse 4. By humility In the fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. My, oh my, oh my. So powerful. Let's go. Verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. Uh-oh. 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 What does the Bible say? Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doth keep his soul, shall be far from them. Boom. You should not be around these ninjas, these doom and gloomers, these fear mongerings. You should not be around them. What does the Bible say again? Proverbs 22:5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. Let's continue. Verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he shall go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's facts. We read this earlier. Verse 7, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is the servant to the lender. Let's go to 8. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity. Uh-oh. And the rod of his anger shall fail. It's not going to work. Verse 9, he that have a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. He or she, that is. Yep. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he or she giveth of his bread to the poor, right? Verse 10, cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Ye strife and reproach shall cease. Verse 11, he that loveth prudence of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. Let me read that part again, very key. He that loveth pureness, notice what it says, he or she, that love pureness of heart, for the grace of hers or his lips, the king shall be his friend. Let's read verse 12. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthrow the words of the transgression. That's right. Verse 13. The lazy man say, there's a lion without. I shall be slain in the street. These are the people that's making excuses on TikTok. The man and the woman making excuses. The slothful man said, there's a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets. That's what they're saying right now with the prices and everything. Verse 14. The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is a bar of the Lord shall fall therein. Yep. The simps will fall to the mouth of a strange woman. The mouth of strange woman is a deep pit. He that is a bar of the Lord shall fall therein. Yep. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. That's right. So pretty much that's about that, y'all. This has been a good one. All right, now I'm gonna shout y'all out. Because I'm about to close it out. I see Denise in the house, Running Up 360 in the house. I see, oh, we got to get rid of this troll. Troll alert. Troll alert, gotta go. Gotta get rid of the troll. Caught the troll. Y'all didn't even see the troll coming in here. All right. Let me read it again. Denise in the building, Running Up 360. We had also Azandria Hamilton, Rachel S., Fiverr Studios, Dee Dee, Waco 4545 was here earlier. And let's see. Spirit of Justice was here, okay. And that's pretty much about it. thank you all for tuning into the show. I'm pretty much wrapping it up. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for liking the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.